Mhm. I'm just giving people time to get in. Hey, how you doing? And for whatever reason, um, I am just giving people time to get in as usual, y'all. All right, I guess, gonna turn. If y'all can see me on Facebook, let me know if I'm looking crazy or not, because this is sure enough not telling me, you know. So we are going to press on. I'm waiting on me to be able to see myself on the other streaming apparatus, but it is not loving on me today, but that's okay. Everything happens in due season, due time. So, y'all know what happens. It's always at least one person that likes to send me a message on a Monday asking, "What you doing? What you got going on today?" I'm like, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me, Smalls, killing me. I have been at work all day, on my feet all day. My body is killing me. I promise. I'm doing my best to keep it together, y'all. So, good evening, good evening. Welcome back to R2C. For those of you here in San Antonio, thank you for so much for joining. For those of you that are everywhere else, thank you so much for joining. It is Monday, Monday, Monday. My R2C, my real resilient conversation crew, thank you so much for joining. I truly, truly hope that um that you are appreciated. If you are alone and cuddled up, snuggled up with somebody, I want you to know that it is time for your mid-month fill up. You hear? Time for your mid-month fill up. So whether you're watching it live or on rebroadcast, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. The next 30 minutes is going to be impactful, and I'm going to put as much information in there as I can, of course, with your help. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna knock this thing out today, y'all. Y'all ready? I hope you are, because I'm super excited. I'm pumped up, ready to go. So all that we're doing today is that we are making sure people know, first of all, let's do some housekeeping. Every second and fourth Monday of the month, we come in and we talk about some quirky, unique topics on how to become a more resilient you. And that just means how to bounce back from life's everyday situations, because life is always evolving, life is always changing. So this still gives us opportunities and tools to put into our tool belt to utilize on a day-to-day, because we are not always in control, which we will talk about here in a little bit. So if it's your first time joining, listen in, join in, ping in down below, um, wherever you would like. And I am not sure if my people on Facebook, YouTube are able to show anything. If you are, can you please put some down in the comments so I know you're able to see me? If you are not able to see me, please let me know, and that I can get out and go back in and see if we can't fix the problem. And if this is the type of teaching, so just listen in. If it is the type of teaching that you enjoy, thank you so much, Ed, that you enjoy hearing, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to enlighten and grow each other together. I would hate to leave someone out all because we didn't take 2 seconds to like, share, and subscribe. So it only takes 2 seconds for you to subscribe, but it means the world to me. So those of you that have our recent and new subscribers, thank you again for taking the time out of your day to speak with me. And even if you're speaking with me over there in internet land, it is still a way of communicating with me, so I am thankful. So for my bi-weekly returnees, you know what time it is. Today's topic is wake up and makeup. Now, I know that y'all know I still Mary Kay, so y'all like, she gonna talk about makeup today. No. We not talking about makeup today. Whenever you hear wake up and makeup, what do you think in response to resiliency? What does that mean to you? And really be transparent, right? Because that's what I'm all about. Be transparent. Whenever you hear wake up and makeup, and then you're thinking about resiliency, what does that have to do with what we do on a day-to-day livelihood? And the reason I asked that, for those of you that are new, is because I want to give you the opportunity to talk to me. Let me know your thoughts, because Quita is not the only one that's right here. Never want to be the one to say that I'm always right. However, I do want to say that your thoughts are always thought-provoking for me, and there's always an opportunity for me to grow from your comments and your thoughts as well. So while I do not see anything down in the chat, so we're going to press on for time's sake. The first thing that we do in the morning when we open up our eyes, what's the first thing that we do? We make a decision first thing in the morning before we even get our feet out of the bed. What is the first decision that we make? We wake up and we make what? We make up our mind to do something. For if you're like me, the first thing that we wake up and make up our mind to do is snooze. I am a snoozer. I do not like getting out of the bed in the morning. Me and my bed have a whole relationship. We love each other. And because of that, I wake up and I make up my mind to snooze. Now, for those, if you think about people that are making millions and billions of dollars, they are not snoozers. And so when we are thinking about how some things have affected our lives on a day-to-day basis, it starts with the first thoughts, right? Our first thoughts as far as what we are going to do as soon as that alarm clock goes off. You have to make a decision to get up and get your day started, or you make a decision to say 5 more minutes, or 10 more minutes, or 15 more minutes, however long you have your snooze to go. And whenever we make that first decision, that has now jump-started the rest of our day. That gives us the opportunity to continue to snooze with whatever our next decision is for the rest of the day. And that can also potentially put us behind on where we were supposed to be with what we'll talk about later, which will be goals for the day. So when we do finally decide to get out the bed, what's the next thing that usually happens? I don't know about y'all, but I gotta go to the bathroom. So either I'm gonna go to the bathroom when my eyes have closed, or I'm gonna waddle myself in there and be like, okay, don't get back in the bed. Don't get back in the bed. Don't get back in the bed. So after that, you have to say, okay, now let me get my day started. I don't know if, I believe it's about 50-50. 50-50 of the people on here say, I'm going to get out the bed and I'm going to actually make up my bed. Why would you make up your bed every day? Why would you make it why would you make up in your mind that you are determined to make up your bed? This is simple. Simple decision. However, when you're talking about wake up and makeup, you have to make up your mind to do simple things like what? Make up your bed. Why is that? What does that have to do with resiliency, Quita? Well, I thought that you would never ask. So when you're thinking about resiliency, that's still that bounce back factor. When you sit on your bed, if you have a spring mattress, I do not, but if you have a spring mattress, or even anything that's going to give you some type of bouncing, once you sit on it and you push it gives you that recoil type of thing. When you're on the bed, you sit on the bed. Whenever you bounce down on it hard enough, it should bounce you back up. There are times in our lives, just like with resiliency, where you're going to come down, but you're going to get back up. It just doesn't feel like it when you go down. It is the same thing with our bed. When we decide to make up our bed in the morning, it is the first thing that we have made up in our mind and said, I have to physically do an act of making up the bed. When you make up your bed, now this is according to research, they say now your room looks more kept. Now it reduces your stress first thing in the morning. At the end of the day, it is a additional stress reliever to be able to pull those sheets back, your blanket back, and crawl in the bed. It's like a whole stress reliever. And did I know that? No. I used to hate when I was growing up and they said you got to make up your bed. Why? Because it's the first act of you feeling like you have checked off something onto your checklist. How many people out there, show of hands in the chat, comments down in the chat, you actually make a checklist? I was a checklist queen in the military. You hear me? Before I retired, everything had to have a checklist, because if it was not on the checklist, it didn't get done. And I realized that when you're talking about business, when you're talking about just your life and how you're developing and growing, if you are not able to look at your life and put your day-to-day, every 30 minutes, every hour, what happens is that you end up at a place of unorganization. Things begin to fall by the wayside. Things get neglected, all because it was not on a checklist. So then I'm like, if it's not in my phone as a reminder, or it's not on my checklist, it's not written down for me to do, it will not get done. So simple things as making your bed will be the first thing on your checklist if you are actually writing down what you do on a day-to-day. And that goes back to the wake up and make up. You wake up and you make up your mind. The first thing you're going to do is make your bed. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make your plans and your goals for the day. Right? Finishing up your checklist. I have this to do, that to do, that to do, that to do. So tomorrow is my first day off. I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I know I have a meeting first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, which means guess what? I don't have time to waddle around in the morning. I got to get busy because I need to be ready to go for the meeting by 7:45. Meeting first thing in the morning. Right after that, I want to go and fix myself a nice breakfast. I want to get some things accomplished around the house. I have a plan. I have goals. I have time frames in which I want to meet these goals. This is how you wake up and you make up. You make up your day. You make up how you intend for it to go. Now, I say intend because there are always variables to everything that we do, which is why it's called resiliency. Okay, so whenever you're thinking about that, you have to look at, whenever you're making your goals, simple things. You have to make up your mind that you're going to exercise. If I don't make up my mind that I'm going to exercise, do you think that it happens? Absolutely not. It used to be my favorite thing to do before my chronic illness. I promise you, before my fibromyalgia, exercising was my thing. I loved it. I loved how I felt. I loved how I looked at when I looked in the mirror. And now it's just a different thing, right? Wake up and make up your mind to do something simple as helping somebody else. You know how easy it is to smile? And when you smile at someone, it's contagious. When you wake up and you make up your mind to smile and to make someone else smile, like when I am out at work and I'm talking to people, I do little things, or I say little things just to get somebody to smile. I said, I was looking for that smile all day. Where you been? And they be looking at me, they be like, me? I be like, yeah, I was looking for you. I was looking for you because I need that smile in my life. And they're like, oh, whenever I do that, y'all, let me tell you, it is all about changing and helping somebody else make it through their day, right? I made up my mind that I'm not going to let whatever is going on in life bombard me and throw me off my path of making sure to help somebody else. Or even doing something that I enjoy. For me, it's listening to my murder mysteries or watching murder mysteries. Y'all don't judge me here. Or even so watching murder mysteries, listening to my audiobooks on self-help, self-growth, or just listening to music, jamming out, dancing. Whenever I'm having a real bad day, I have like a little playlist of like 5 or 6 songs, and I'm like random dancing for like 10 minutes. Shake it off. And sometimes it does take 10 minutes sometimes, because then I'll get in my own head. 10 minutes, shake it off. And then I'm ready to go. So doing those simple things that you need, make up in your mind that you will not let one bad act ruin your whole day. And what do you do for that? You got to have a counteraction for every action that happens. And so with that, then there is it seems like in life you should be able to have it's simple, right? It should either be a right or a wrong. And for every right, there's a wrong. But what happens when there's 2 rights and there's 2 wrongs? You have to make up your mind to either decide what's the best out of these 2 rights, what has the best outcome for your life, or what's the best out of the 2 wrongs. It's still wrong for me to do this or be with this person or to like this situation, which is the less of the 2 wrongs. Either way, you have to make up your mind. Make up your mind, because guess what? You're the only person that's going to have to live with your decisions, your consequences, your actions, every reaction that comes from an action, right? But you have to make up your mind. Make up your mind. So today I challenge you. Make up your mind. Make up your mind that today is going to be the day that you plan. Today's going to be the day that you don't just go out on a whim. Because me, I'm a fly by the seat of your pants type of girl. You be like, Quita, what you doing? I'd be like, nothing. You be like, hey, you want to go to, I don't know, where am I at? I'm in Texas. Hey, Quita, you want to go to Houston for the day? Do I got to drive? Nope. All right, let's go. But then I got a plan. Okay, how much money do we need? What happens if we need to stay or spend the night? What happens? You know what I mean? Then I start to plan. So you have to be very cognitive about what happens whenever you are making those plans. You wake up and you make up your day. You make up the time. You make up the opportunity to get where you want to get, be who you want to be where you want to be. Right? I talk to so many people who are so afraid. They're like, I cannot believe you moved to Texas. And I'm like, why not? And they're like, I wouldn't even know what to do in Texas. Right? I'm like, they were like, who did you know when you moved to San Antonio? I'm like, nobody. It just so happened the officer that did my retirement ceremony was like, we live in San Antonio. You can just come stay with us. I was like, oh, okay. Had no idea who else stayed in San Antonio. Didn't have any plans whatsoever. But I had to wake up and I had to make up my mind. My happiness is not in Florida. I love my friends here. I love the people that I have here. However, my happiness is not here. I need to be somewhere where I'm still going to grow and expand and explore in a different light. I've been in Florida for 9 years, and in those 9 years, have I felt myself become 1% better every day? No, I felt myself deteriorating. So I had to find a way to say, today, I am determined that I had to wake up and make up in my mind, I'm moving to Texas. And they kept saying, why Texas? I'm like, Texas just love their people better. They love their veterans better. They love the people who get 100% better. So I'm going to Texas. Right? So I had to do what? I had to plan how I was going there. Now my plans had to change. My plans originally was supposed to have been for Austin, and it changed to San Antonio. And when it happened, I had to plan. I'm going to San Antonio. This is what I want to do. This is how I need to live. I have plans for family members coming. There's always going to be a plan, even if you think that there's no plan. The plan is to be spontaneous. However, once I get there, I'm still going to plan. Okay? So I really want to challenge you, and I like to do that, because if I don't challenge you, then you stay stagnant, and I don't want you to do that. Anytime that you're giving me 30 minutes of your time, I still want to challenge your thinking. I want to really challenge you that on tonight, before you go to bed, and you know that you have something you have to do first thing in the morning, I want you to plan out what you need to do tonight so you can be successful for in the morning. Right? And whenever I am looking at taking charge for the next day, once again, I know I have a 7:45. I need to be prepared by 7:45. So what am I going to do tonight to make sure all my paperwork is printed out? Everything has already been sent in ahead of time. Make sure that my PowerPoint presentation is ready to go, because I am planning so I don't fail, or if I fail to plan, then I prepare to fail. Let's not be that. Let's make sure that we are growing within ourselves. We are ready to bounce back and be ready for whatever may come, because we prepared for it. We planned, right? Preparation is part of progression. And so guess what happens with preparation? You make up your mind to prepare, right? And whenever I am thinking about taking charge for the next day, it is a deliberate attempt at making sure that whoever is going to be a part of my team, a part of my crew, that they're getting the best of Quita. They're not getting a piece of me. They're getting the best of me, because I prepared for me, and then I prepared for all those that may come along with me. Life has no remote. I wish it did. Y'all seen, what movie was that Jim Carrey was on? Do y'all remember? Jim Carrey was in it, and it was with a remote control. It had like a blue background or something. Anyway, but he was able to push pause. He was able to rewind, fast forward. If life was that easy, I would have fast forward to the good part. Like, show me where I get married and I had this baby. Show me where it get to the part to where I'm going to be making good money, right? When we're looking at life and it has no remote. So what do? We have to get up and change it ourselves. How many of y'all had parents when you were growing up and they used to call you in the room just to change the channel? I know it's a whole bunch of y'all. I know I'm not the only person. Some of y'all probably call your kids in there just to go get you a drink of water. To this day. So what you can change, what everything that is within your span of control, make sure that you do that. It is up to you to change what you can. Make up your mind to make up your mind. Oh, that was good. That was even good for me, y'all. Make up your mind to make up your mind. Like, tomorrow, I'm not going to be indecisive. Tomorrow, I'm just going to make up my mind and deal with whatever comes along with it. Whenever you are thinking about, what am I going to do tomorrow? If you are indecisive, you gotta say, nope, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. I do that. I'm real bad about my outfits, y'all. Like, today, I got home from work. By the time I got home, it was 8:15 Central Standard Time. I said, oh goodness, I don't have time to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Had I prepared, I would have already had my outfit laid out. I said, well, they gonna get what I can give them, because this is what I got. Control what is within your span to control. Start with your mind. Make up your mind that tomorrow I'm only going to hit the snooze button 2 times instead of 4. Instead of in the morning, I'm actually going to get up and I'm going to pray. I'm not just going to get up and go about my day. Or I'm going to get up and meditate. Or I'm going to make up your mind, come up with your plan. If your plan changes, realize that now you have to shift everything else that was already pre-planned. Be prepared to deal with the repercussions of you changing that plan. Does that make sense? So, with that being said, I am under time. Oh, because God is good. I am under time. I hope that today I have said something that has really got you to think about. Guess what? I'm going to wake up and I'm going to make up my mind to start off my day with doing something simple. I'm not going to hit the snooze button as many times. I'm not going to get out the bed and leave my bed a mess. I am going to be prepared to have a productive day, to start off my day the right way, to do things the right way, to actually make up my mind, Whatever decision that I make, be prepared to be resilient and bounce back from it if it doesn't go according to the way that I intend it to go. That makes sense, y'all? That makes sense? I really want y'all to jumpstart your resiliency, starting with the simple things, because that's what I have to do. I can't eat the whole elephant. I don't know if I would like to eat elephant, but just I can't eat the whole elephant. They always say you got to do it one bite at a time. Take every bit of your future and your future generations that are to come and make sure that these tools, right? These tools are something that you can take to your families. Nobody needs a screwdriver until they need a screwdriver. This tool for your resiliency is just in a bag. Pull it out when you need a reminder of wake up and make up. So tomorrow, I pray that this is the first thing on your mind when you get ready to hit the snooze one too many times. You be like, nope, I'm going to make up my mind today to actually get my day started. I pray that if it has touched you or you think that this is something that can help to touch another person, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, so others can get the same inspiration, these same topics, this same opportunity to learn. So please, please, please come back again on the 20th of February. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day next week. I hope that it is phenomenal. Y'all get all the love and appreciation and adoration that you deserve, because you are so worth it. So worth it. And I will see y'all on the 20th with a topic to be determined. God has not given it to me yet. So to be determined will be announced at a later time on what the topic will be on the 20th of February. But that just means that y'all should be excited. Get super excited. So until then, I love, and appreciate you all for joining in, taking the time out of your Monday evening to join in with me for just 30 minutes of your time. And I'll be back again on the 20th of February at the same time, the new time, which is 8:30 p.m. Same place, in the same face, in the same space, only bringing you love, joy, peace, and happiness. Until next time, be safe. Love y'all. You know how you do, little babies.